I'm very excited for today because we are having a baby shower in honor of, her name's going to be Ruby, and then Catherine's her lovely mother, who's my partner. So we're very excited, very blessed that everyone could make it, and it's going to be a great day.
We're super excited. David's the baby of the family. Looking at the picture of my parents there, I think they would be so thrilled that their family continues to grow and take root in this country so that we feel proud of who we are and where we come from. It's good for our family.
To me, it's like a surprise. It's been 40 years, you know. It's something I wasn't even thinking about.
The legacy that my parents leave behind is that they worked hard. They worked hard for everything that they got in life. And with a big family and a family that made the journey from Mexico to the United States, things were very, very hard for them. Nothing came easy. They leave us the legacy of hard work, of determination, of sacrifice. And I think that that's something that we learned from them. And I think that you can see that in all of us.
Over the years before both my parents died, my dad did agree that bringing us here was the best that he could have ever done for us, for our future, for our grandkids or his grandkids' future, and now our grandkids, because now we're becoming grandparents as well.
He started it all. He wanted his family with him, and he made it happen. With all the sacrifice every sacrifice you can imagine, he brought us here.
The 8 of us graduated from Lemoore High. We all went to college. We all graduated from college, and we all took separate paths. But at the end of the day, we all achieved our dream. And if my parents were here now, I think that they would be beyond proud of what they've accomplished, because it's them, but they wouldn't take credit for them. They would say it's their kids, but they would be super proud of all of us.
Right now, I'm a teacher with different subject areas because I'm a substitute, something that I love.
I'm a teacher, an elementary teacher, into my 13th year of teaching at Lemoore Elementary, the school where all of my siblings attended.
I am a marriage family therapist. I work with children, with family. I provide therapy to them. I absolutely love my job.
I'm currently the principal at an elementary school, which is Pacheco Elementary. It's a bilingual dual language school.
I run a consulting firm, all energy efficiency, sustainability. I'm a partner with the firm. I own about 25% of it.
I own my own business, Sage Real Estate. I'm a real estate broker.
I'm an educational leader. Right now, I am serving as the Director of Equity and Inclusion for the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office. I'm just super proud, and I feel so blessed to be part of this family. Having been one of the younger ones, I am not just appreciative to my mom and my dad, but also to my brothers and sisters, because a lot of the sacrifices that they made really paved the way for myself. And I feel like a lot of what I have earned in my life and the success I've had in my career is a testament to the hard work of my parents and my older siblings.
I'm currently a mortgage loan officer. I've been doing that for close to 10 years now. I'm very thankful to be here. I'm very blessed by my family. I think family is very important. I feel fortunate that I was the youngest of the family, because I think some of the trials and tribulations I didn't have to go through. I think I had the roadmap set up for me.
The children that we have now and what they're experiencing now and how they have all this technology and everything seems to be easier for them. Yet, if I look back to my childhood, how I lived and the things that we went through, they would never understand. I can tell them the story, but they will never know what it was to live in Mexico and all the things we experienced, you know.
The whole purpose of releasing the videos and showcasing our story was to really highlight the success and the sacrifice that my parents did. The one thing that I regret, and it's just part of life, is that they weren't able to see all of the successes and the continued successes. And sometimes I wonder what they would think if they would see what they accomplished with the success of their kids, you know, having all 8 do really, really well.
I have shown it to my daughter, you know, I guess for her, hearing it from her aunts and uncles, it might strike a little different, because normally she hears it from me and she's like, oh, you know, and here's my dad talking about how much more difficult he had it growing up. But once you start seeing it from all the other siblings, like, okay, they're not kidding, you know, it was a lot more work when they grew up. I just think it's great to document that. I mean, because, you know, life's short, we're not going to be here forever. And telling someone a story, it's a lot different than having it on video and being able to replay it and repeat it.
My husband and I, we raised a family of 3, and everything was just going amazing. And when my daughter was 21, she passed away from brain tumor. She was diagnosed when she was 7. So being in this country allowed me to give her, an opportunity to a better care. After treatment, she was with us for 13 years, and then, unfortunately, things changed, and then she ended up leaving us. I was just thankful that I was able to be there with my daughter, and we just gave her as much as we could give her back then. Life is not easy, and there's going to be a lot of struggles. Keep on moving forward and keep on looking for better days, and they will come.
For our children, it's a generation can make a world of difference. They live a different life than what we lived when we were children. But at the same time, I think that they're taking advantage of those opportunities.
I think a lot of the younger generation is kind of experiencing a lot younger. They're a little bit more fortunate, which is great. But then hopefully they don't take it for granted, and they learn kind of the history of where my parents came from, their other grandparents, and just put it all together, and hopefully it leads to like a blessed life.
Now that I've been able to watch this with my family, I mean, of course, learning more about your siblings, again, learning more about my mother, how strong she was, my father, and all the things that they did to really give us a better life. I tell people that my parents' decision to bring us to the U.S. gave us a better life. Their life got better, but really our lives really transformed, and we got the chance to have an education and opportunities to succeed and, pursue our dreams. For them, listen, my mother, before she passed, she was working at a restaurant, and she was like one of the cooks in the back. My dad, before he passed, he was still working in the fields, driving a tractor, and the kind of harsh conditions there in the Central Valley. But when my mother passed, she was the second to go. I remember the church was full. There was people outside, and one by one they would come up to us, and they could not believe the success that both my parents had with the 8 of us. They hadn't seen it before. One of the friends that my parents had who came to the funeral said, "Your parents accomplished what we thought was impossible." And then when I'm like, well, if my parents did the impossible, then what can I do that's the impossible? I haven't figured that out yet. I hope maybe putting this story out there and motivating people to tell their story. I want to be very clear. This is not our story and only we live through this. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have this type of story. And it doesn't have to be immigrants from Mexico. There's immigrants from all over the place. And it's about hard work. It's about dedication. It's about having a dream. There's nothing like the drive that a person has when you're poor and ambitious. And that's what I think describes me and my siblings and my parents. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.